Welcome everyone to Moonshadow Fantasy. I am your host, Macarios Moonshadow, with my Magitech beating core at the center, and my co-host here, our white mage Pixie Cat. Say hi, Pixie Cat. Ugh. Anyway, like all fights, starts off the same. You want to place down on one marker, and everyone picks a spot around it: north, east, south, west, southeast, northeast, etc. Then you're going to place a 2 marker and a 1 marker next to each other and decide on groups. Groups 1 and groups 2. Group 1's going to be on the left hand side of the boss, group 2 on the right. You'll see that. It's going to be for the split stacking mechanic that's coming up later. 1 healer, 1 tank on each side. In the beginning there's going to be a few things you decide on. Which meteors the tanks are going to take, whether or not you're going to rotate or not. Totally not necessary, by the way. And so forth. Always remember where your spots are and where north is. This is the beginning of the fight. Always a good time to go over strats or questions people might have before you start. Our item level for this is 470 to 480. Most of us are 480. For helpful tips, everything's going to be in white, but if it's aimed at tanks, you're going to be blue, aimed at healer tips, green, DPS, red, so forth. Yeah, I hope everyone gets their mount really quickly. That way you'll never have to deal with beef soft tacos ever again. Right, Pooh? Beef soft tacos? Mm-hmm. Let's begin. Ready check. Ready it up. Count it down. Notice that the markers are placed in their directions, northeast, southwest, etc. Not in any particular order. Doesn't matter which markers are where. At the very beginning of the fight, you want to stay stacked together, because optimized Ultima is a raid-wide damage healer check. Lights up the map green and destroys everything in its path. Magitech Bit, he's gonna bust out some Magitech drones out in the back. Can't really see him. And then FFXIV, he's gonna summon some AoEs. Now the safe spot is going to be in the very corner, hugging the left hand side. Pro tip, you should bait the AoEs out, bait the robots out, leaving that safe center in between free and clear. However, if people are all stacked up there together, once that first AoE hits, you can move in and still be safe. Stamp is your tank buster. Mitigate it accordingly, and it's also your tank swap. So take the hit, mitigate it, take the hit, and then swap. FFXIV, move out, hug the wall behind you, and get ready for the roots, as I call them. So stay close to your wall. If you have a long root, it's either going to be short or long. If you have a long one, move to your left. If not, just stay against the wall. Liquefaction means stand on your root, stand on the very corner, and move the AoEs out. They can touch each other, but you can't go back and touch them. So move inwards and place those puddles, if you will, on the very edge of each other as you're moving towards the center. Ruby Ray is a blast attack. Just stand behind the boss or just out of its path. Here comes Ultima again, another healer check. This comes up constantly throughout this fight, so always be ready for it. The next Flexi Claw, we're going to stand in the very center. We're going to add a slow-mo replay after this one, because this is the one that gets people the most in this first phase. So watch the arrows on the ground, and watch the boss. Your first arrow is going to tell you where to go. It's pointing right, so we're going to go left and hug that wall. Stand on the very edge of the circle, don't fall in. Watch the boss, and he's going to take out a claw. Go to the other side where there's no claw, that's your safe spot, and then you're going to hit that sprint and run directly to the other side where he once had that claw. It's very simple. Everyone else tries to tell you you gotta watch for the correct spot. It's way more simpler than that. He takes out his claw, and right when you see that, that's where you're going to be running. If you hit the sprint the second he leaves the map, no matter if the safe spot was 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be safe because you're going to get there in plenty of time to not have to worry about being in the exact spot. Right? Easy peasy. Moving on. Some more Optimize Ultima. Healer check. Another stamp. I don't know why they call it stamp. It's a stomp. Next, the boss is going to teleport to any random side of the arena. Just follow him there. Now is when you stack with your teams. Stack up nice and tight inside the hitbox. Wait for that to go off. Then you're going to run with your teams to the outskirts. Spread out really far. Don't stack those AoEs on top of each other. Don't cross them if you can, because they'll hurt more than they have to. Then spread out. Some groups go to the back, south. Some groups just go straight to the boss. Either way. Healers, you'll need to mitigate before and after. Mitigate before and heal afterwards. Hot's help. He'll do another ray, just avoid it. He'll do some more optimization. A lot of healing going on in this. Very little time for healers to DPS in this fight. Your very next Flexi Claw is the same as before. Just get to your spot. Move your butt against the wall. And instead of liquefaction, this one's going to be Raven's Claw. I have the long one, so I'm going to move left. My healer didn't move back against the wall, so he's dead. But that's okay, I'm a red mage. I got you. For these, the same thing, same concept. Drop the puddle, move to the very corner of it. You can make a triangle, you can make a line. Just keep the puddles away from other players and don't touch them, or they'll explode. Ruby Ray, as always, get behind the boss or to the sides, just don't get hit by it. Some more RWD for the healers. Next Flexi Claw is just going to be out, so get away from the boss, hug the wall, doesn't matter where. But good pro tip, you might want to stand by the north just for DPS optimization. Because the boss is going to go north, it's always north. And he's going to do some sliding around again. So hug the sides, northeast, northwest. Run right in, then go straight to the middle. Eyes on the boss, takes out his claw, go to the safe side. And by this point, he should be dead. And there you go. Don't forget your LB3s. DPS is really good. You could skip a lot of that end stuff. A lot of the zipping around, not necessary. So let's go over some stuff in Phase 2, because Phase 2 has a lot going on, a lot more stuff happening. At the start of it, you're going to get a debuff. It's going to be red or blue. And 2 ads are going to come out. You're going to want to attack the ad of the opposite debuff color you have. Yeah, read all that real quick. Basically works like this. 2 ads are going to come out. Watch your debuff. The group's going to be split in 2. Go for the ad of the opposite of your debuff. The moves the ads are going to do are, the most important ones anyway, are Lunar Domino and Iron Chariot. If it's Iron Chariot, you're going to move out. If it's Lunar Dynamo, you're going to move in. Some parties like to wipe here and just refresh everything. We're not going to do that, because we're good. We didn't have many deaths. So burn a little bit here. Don't spend too much on your moves. Go to your ad, go to your two groups. See how they're kind of separating. AoEs are going to come out, random people. Don't overlap those. They hurt way more than they have to if you do. Greater Memory is a tank buster. Mitigate that. Lunar Domino is in, so we're going to move in. Right after this, DPSs are going to get AoEs under them. And one DPS from each team is going to get a tether tied to them with a head attached to it. Just move behind the boss, or on the side of it, in between the boss and the wall, so that head moves and hits the ad. It blows up. The boss is going to go ham on the tanks while that's happening. Healers, watch out for your buddies. And then right when you see this last Greater Memory, tank swap. The ads are staying still, they're not going to move while they're casting, so do it then. Some more AoEs, don't cross them over. And by now, ads should be dead. If not, it's just more Lunar Domino and Iron Chariot in and out. Right after the ads are dead, burn the boss down a little bit, and you're going to see a giant eye. Like always, turn around for the eye. Burn, burn, burn. Never stop the burn. And then we're going to go into Meteor phase. So, head straight to your markers. The boss is going to unleash small rocks above your head, let you know which number you have, numbered 1 through 8. So someone's going to get 1 rock, someone's going to get 2 rocks, 3 rocks, 4 rocks, 5 rocks. The person who gets stuck with the 8 rocks, you're going to move it yourself forward a bit, so you can drop off that meteor in between the boss and the wall. Everyone else, move your meteors back up against the wall. Don't touch the wall, it will kill you. As soon as you see her do the move Screech, pop your knockback prevention, stand behind the meteor that was placed from the 8, wait for the big one to go off, and then move out of the way. If you don't, you'll die from that little explosion from the last meteor. Keep burning the boss until your tanks have their meteors. Tanks are going to go to the north and south and follow the arrows. They're going to stand under the arrow, catch the meteor. DPS have to burn them down really fast. Tanks, use your mitigation of all damage moves. You'll see some people with markers above their head. They need to be spread out and away from everyone, especially the tanks, because you'll get hit with a blast. Boom, just like that. So stay away from people with markers. Burn down your meteors that your tanks have. The tanks can't use moves while they're holding on to the rock. So before that rock hits you, that's when you pop your mitigation of all damage. And maybe even some more. Once the healers have topped everyone off right here, pop your LB3 right away. Outrage is going to be some massive raid-wide damage, so healers need to be on point for this one just to have stuff casting before this hits. She'll do it a few times. The DPSs are going to get marked with an AoE, just spread those out. And then after that, the healers and tanks will get marked with them and spread those out. But with good burn, the healers and the tanks won't get theirs. So you come back in, boom, she's dead. It's really that simple, guys. I thank you very much for watching. Good luck on your rolls and your loot. Please subscribe to help our family grow. We're coming out with some great content in the future. Remember to farm those dragons, because in the end of all this, hopefully we will get a massive golden dragon as a mount. Please stay safe. Please stay safe out there, everybody. We wish you all the best. Leave a like if this was helpful for you. Um, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.